everybody, welcome! My name is Ursa Ryan. Today, you might not have guessed it, we're playing Civ 6. I know, shock horror. And if you haven't seen the last game on the channel, our Restoring the Roman Empire game, yeah, well, you might know. I'm feeling a little bit hurt by the game at the moment, so today I'm going to be playing something a little bit different. A little bit of a smaller game. You can hear my computer sighing in relief. Yes, that's right, no marshmallows cooking on top of you today. Sometimes you can just feel like the AI is ganging up on you, like the game has it in for you, and there's no one better to play when that's the case than the Hawk of War himself, John Curtin. I haven't played with Australia for a little while. They're always a joy, and the entire purpose of playing Australia is to go and meddle in the affairs of others, which is exactly what we're going to be doing today. What's that I hear in the background? Just droning along. Can you hear it? No, it's not your tinnitus. No, listen closer. That's right. It's the plug of coming to Discord, because you can find the save file for this exact game there. Copy and paste it onto your computer, as well as all the mods that I play with, the user interface mods, the display mods, nothing that changes your game, but you will need 2 mods today to play this one. Fuzzle's Deity++. We like this difficulty. It seems to be a really good mix of the AI playing a little bit better. We've got into a little bit of a habit of cruising through Deity a little easily, and this is just a nice step up. And we've got Roman Holidays AI rework mod on. Well, especially after last time, we can't necessarily say that it's a bad mod, can we? Definitely improves the AI significantly. Barb clans, secret societies, splintered fractal. Ooh, we don't see that often, do we? Abundant resources. I mean, these are all the details. You can try and replicate the game if you want, but you won't do that because you're going to come to Discord like a good viewer, aren't you? Yes. Right, I'm strapping myself in. I'm going to spend the next several recording sessions trying not to desperately sing Amadeus in my head, because that's all I can see right now. Let's get started. And now, for an important update. Having been expelled from Oxford University, Ursa Bear had met a man named Paul. Oh dear. Luckily for Ursa Bear, he had amassed 40,000 subscriptions. These beautiful little signatures attracted the attention of none other than Gilgabro. Scared off by the Majesty, Paul retreated and left Ursa Bear to his way. Searching for new subscriptions, Ursa Bear travelled to the coast, where lo and behold, it looked like more people for subscriptions. Alas, it was not to be. Ursa Bear, our sweet, innocent bear, is now trapped, harassed by giant crabs. Will you save Ursa Bear from crabs? Will you help Ursa towards his goal? Thank you so much. Back to the video. Turn 1, and I would like to call this a well-respecting British start, because we are full of tea. Look at it, 3 sources of tea and tobacco. We can smoke happily whilst drinking our morning cuppa. Now, what does this start look like for us? Well, we've got to kind of keep an eye on it in the vague sense of what Australia is all about, and that is all about the coast. 3 housing on coastal cities. I don't need to settle on the coast, but there is some extra housing if we do. Culture bombs on pastures. That's really handy, and I always forget about that until it happens. Just wait, I'll be playing this game and it'll happen, and I'll go, oh, I forgot about that. Every time. And campuses, commercial hubs, holy sites, and theatre squares give me +1 if they're on charming appeal, and +3 with breathtaking. Now, this often clashes a little bit with things like marsh, rainforest, industrial zones, mines, quarries, anything that gives production, but don't worry about that because we are the citadel of civilization. +100% production if I've either received a declaration of war or liberated a city in the past 10 turns. Oh, don't worry. We will be causing a lot of war this game, just by being cheeky, really. We want people to declare on us. Late game, we have unique infantry, and it's some of the best in the game, and outback stations, which I'm going to be playing a lot of today. I kind of have this image of spreading my cities out quite a bit, having really big Australian cities, and just putting infinite outback stations down over and over and over and over until we just get these huge sprawling messes of them. That could be a lot of fun. This is not a plains hill, this is a grassland hill. Boo! It means that we'll remove the woods and we'll only have a 2-1 tile underneath the city centre. So I kind of want to move away from this. Not a bad tile to work from the start. You can see fresh water. There's tons of it. That's a lake. And that's a lake. And that's a lake. And the way I see it, we have a couple of options. Either I move my settler down onto this tea tile, put the tea underneath my city centre, which will give me the luxury to sell, and +1 science, and then we can work this tea tile immediately after. So we'd be on +2 science from turn 2. That is pretty awesome. Or we can make our way round to this tobacco and settle on it in the same way. Now, it is a wood, which is unfortunate because it is actually giving quite a lot of appeal to the surrounding tiles. You can actually see this is the sort of start I like on an Ursa Ryan game. We want breathtaking tiles, and how many do we have? We have 1 of them. That's it. We've got a bunch of marsh over here and some rainforest. So this is a pretty poor Australian start. We're not even on the coast. Play every start, I say. So by settling on the tobacco, we'll remove the wood, but we will put the luxury underneath, which will give us a faith per turn. We'll be right next to this delightful reef, and we'll also be on the coast for the +3 housing. I don't think I'm too worried about housing, to be honest. Not for this city, at least. So I'm going to move my warrior along and just unlock a little bit more of the map. You can see this is all +3. This area needs just a single thing that gives me more appeal, and that would be very delightful indeed. And I don't know about you. Let me know in the comments what would you have done, but I think the T is the way to go. Amadeus. Here we go. Canberra is formed, and we have 4.5 science per turn rather than 2.5. Excellent. Now, I haven't played with religion in ages, and there's a reason I want to play with religion as Australia, and that is because not only do my theatre squares get beautiful adjacency from charming and breathtaking tiles, but they also themselves produce one adjacent appeal. So by popping them down, I can make all the surrounding tiles around them higher in appeal. So watch what I mean. If I were to put a campus down on this tile, it would be worth, it says 2 science, but it would be in fact 3 science. For whatever reason, it's just not quite calculating that. But if I put the holy site down there, it would become 5 science. I mean, it wouldn't be a very good holy site, admittedly, so maybe that's not the best idea of the world. But look, there are options. There are things we can do. As Canberra discovers what T is, I'm going to get a scout. Splintered fractal maps can be incredibly chaotic, and I don't know what we're going to be dealing with. Another T! That's 4 sources of T. Owls of Minerva has been discovered with Caguana. Now that's an improvement, isn't it? The Bate. I don't think that produces appeal, does it? It would be far too lucky if it did. No, it does not. But it does give culture for adjacent bonus resources and entertainment complexes. So we'll remember that. Cultural Australia. Is that what we're going to do? Is that how we're going to play today? I don't know. Either way, Secret Society wise, this is one of the 2 game modes we've got turned on. Barb clans and Secret Societies. I don't know which Secret Society we're going to go for today. I'd like to unlock them, see how the map goes, and go from there. So what I'm going to do is use my early governor on Armani. That delicious smell in the back of your nose from Caguana. Armani Tor. Now you too can smell like you've been rolling around in tea all day. Delicious. So in 5 turns, we'll discover a little bit more about that area. Oh, more reef. This is a peeling reef tile, isn't it? Oh, yeah, it is. This is what Australia would call Bingo Town. Look at that. That is a +5 campus right there. Delicious. Already, I'm thinking, I know, I can hear you. Careful now. But I could settle on the coast and freshwater and create a canal and settle on the wine and then put a +5 campus down. I know. It's also quite far away from my capital as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I will try and keep my cities 5 to 7 tiles away rather than just the 4. We'll see how it goes there, because Abraham Lincoln has met me already. An honor to meet you. Yes, we'll change capitals around. Oh, thank goodness it was the city-state that found them. Fine. Okay, they're down to the south. That's okay. You are far enough away from me to not be too worried about that. I'm an enemy to liberty. You don't know that. I could be wonderful with liberty. I could love it. Dear oh dear. Roman Holidays mod does tend to give you quite a large negative at relationships when you first meet AI to stop you from engaging in what I would call shenanigans. See how that goes. I've just met another continent. I guess that was down there, right? So it's not too surprising. And oh look, here's another campus spot. Oh yes. I'm going to be keeping an eye on any campus that is at least +4. That's the threshold for excitement for old Ursa. Name me a better combination than reefs in Australia. Yeah. Oh wait, hang on. The reefs are all dying, aren't they? Okay. Well, maybe they should be a better combination than they are. Would you like my tea? They would, but I think I'd like raw, solid gold first. That would be delicious. Shall I go and settle on the wine immediately? I think I should. I mean, 4 turns for astrology. We don't even need to rush it. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't even care. Let's get that settler out and let's send my scout to just go and kill this scout, and we'll get a bit of experience this way. It's by far the easiest way of leveling scouts up. God King. And we'll go survey today to try and level up my scout a little quicker. Foreign trade. I want to unlock mysticism as soon as possible. See how that goes. And oh, here we go. It's the Red Reef clan. Dangerous opponents indeed. I'm going to go and send my warrior down there to deal with them for some era score as soon as we can get that done. We're saying that there's another clan here. The Badger Claw clan. Oh no, not badgers. 2 turns and we'll be able to afford a warrior from that clan. That's pretty good. I think it's probably better to just use my units to attack one clan at a time. So we'll move my warrior to there. I'll get my scout to heal a turn. See if we can trap this scout. Yes, yes, this is the sort of trap we need. Here's another warrior. Now we can level up. Where you going, scout? Where you going? Go on, flail. Flail harder. That wasn't hard enough. Where are my source of horse? 2 of them. Right over the top of all of the good districts. Okay, we're gonna have to change that plan a little bit. Never mind. We could, in theory, still make a campus down there and then just improve the tile a little bit. Actually, it's the woods will give adjacency to surrounding tiles, so I could still put a campus down on that tile. It would still be +5, wouldn't it? Yeah, I think that's good. Right, we'll go mining. Chopping down natural resources is a specialty of Australia, so it'll be good. It'll be fine. Pantanal. Oh, that's just unlocked astrology and hermetic order. Interesting. Oh, the appeal around here is always really good. We've got some fantastic holy site adjacency, although annoyingly a lake is just underneath it, so that's not ideal. But look at this already. Canal City on top of the incense with a campus next to a geothermal fissure. That is already looking pretty spicy. Well, sorry, not spicy. Incensey. Very different. Jerusalem has been met by somebody. Oh, no, that's not good. That's not good. Don't you take my Pantanal away from me. Don't you do it. Do I move Armani Tor over? Is that worth it? What is the quest for Jerusalem? A great scientist. Unlikely to be particularly helpful. There they go. Warrior. Look at this. They've got barbed warriors, but we are going to fortify on top of the hill. That'll mean that they will attack us and they will take a lot of damage compared to us. And we'll start healing every turn as well. Go on them. Bring it. Bring the danger. Yeah, they're not doing anything to me now. This is good. Right, let's kill this barb clan. As much as I like city-states appearing from barbs. Oh, there's another one down there. We don't want them appearing that close to my cities. That would be what I would call trouble. Now, mining is unlocked. Let's go for a pottery. Okay, there's a lot of barb killing going on. I'm switching to discipline. I've already got 1 promotion from my scouts. I know that was really quite handy for the promotions, but it's too many barbs to worry about this too much at the moment. Let's go craftsmanship after that. Are you going to buy my things for more than 6 gold per 10? Come on, Lincoln. It's the finest tea. Look, you could buy it from me right now and you could throw it straight in the harbour. What do you say? Okay, I've changed my mind. We will sell the tea for now because it will let me buy another warrior from that tribal village. Oh, sorry, that barb village. And that means I can now escort my settler over to my next location. I'm going to, I think, go and settle near Pantanal. We have quite a lot of era score. It is tempting. I mean, the incense is quite good. It gives me a little bit of extra faith. Maybe this is a better location though, because I can work the turtle immediately. I feel like there's more of a risk of meeting someone in this direction, seemingly. So we're going to go over towards Pantanal. What's next up? Holy site. Yes, the holy site. Adjacencies are going to be a little bit problematic here. Where can I put my holy site that would be useful to me? There's very little natural adjacency, to be honest with you. So just trying to keep it on a charming tile might be the best for me. Wherever rainforests, where are we going to cut down? We're going to cut down this rainforest, this one, pretty much any rainforest in my territory. So that'll become +2. We can get a nice little triangle down here. Yeah, the holy site itself is going to be pretty naff, but at least we're putting it in a little circle of districts that will help to grow each other. I think that'll be good. I realize what I should be doing actually is putting Amani down. That's a very forward settle. Oi, what are you doing, Lincoln? Yeah, I should be putting Amani down into Jerusalem pretty soon because it's the +1 faith per turn is actually quite handy, but we'll send over for a second. Brazil. Oh, the natural enemy of Australia. Honored to meet you. Yes, I'd love to sample your hospitality. It's a good thing I changed off the green color. People ask me all the time, why do I change the colors of my civs? Well, personal preference. When you've played the game enough, then you start to like to change it up every now and then. But I find the green quite difficult on the mini-map sometimes, and yellow is my favorite color. So it's sort of the double up, really. They have some iron. They like me -15. Oh, putting Abraham Lincoln to shame and not interested in friendship. Funny that. Oh, Lincoln just randomly accepted friendship, though. It's a good thing. I would press that button just out of curiosity, and for once it paid off. Excellent stuff. Do I want to go and grab this area down here, though? I could, in theory, settle on that geothermal fissure, but the land around it is pretty naff, to be honest with you. Or it's settling down on this tile, which would allow me some space to Kagawana, but like for Australia, this isn't very good. There's no luxuries here. It's not very appealing. Take it or leave it, really. Take it or leave it. There is a really good campus there. Saying that, there is a really good campus there. Okay, fine. I will put a city there maybe, but it's way too close to my capital after saying that I wanted to spread out a little bit. So I don't know. Oh, there's a city-state there as well. Yeah, that would be way too packed in. I don't know. Let's unlock irrigation. All of my resources are locked behind irrigation. Levanta and Fez both met on the same turn. Both of them have been met by other people already. already, but are any of them easy to take over? No, scientists again and trade routes. Trade routes actually is not too bad. Laventa trade route and Kagawana trade route. Okay, right, I'm changing my... Do I change my mind? Let's go mysticism briefly, and then we'll get the envoy, we'll pick up Jerusalem, then we'll switch to Laventa, and we can get a trade route. That should be the best result here. Bronze working boosted. Second battlecry, that's 2 battlecry warriors now. You can hear their screams for miles and miles. Oh, I love the warrior that appears just as you're about to kill a camp. It's like, give it up, I've already won. Bam. 3 era score. Military tradition, irrigation, and sanguine pact. Australian vampires, there is a ring to that, isn't there? There very much is a ring to that. Anyway, this is an incense coastal settle next to the Pantanal. Oh yeah. The city of Sydney gives me sailing boost as well. It's quite handy. Another load of science being worked. I'm up to 6.5 with no campuses here. It's pretty cool. And already I can see that that would be a delicious +7 holy site. I like that. Who wants my incense? You want my incense. I am incensed by that as an option. Now here's the thing. If I buy a galley, is it going to dump it straight into Lake Amadeus? It probably will, won't it? So I'm gonna not do that. I was very tempted to do that briefly, but I think that could be bad news. All right, Amani is now restored and active in Jerusalem. All I need is an envoy. Please give me an envoy quickly. Tribal village. Is that the first one I found? I feel like this game has not given me many tribal villages, and maybe I'm just misremembering, but I don't feel like we've had many. Okie dokie. Pantheon time. God of the Sea is always good when you've got a lot of turtles and crabs off the starboard bow, but we've got other options. This is not a high river start, so holy site, river goddess would not be good. Divine spark, that might help us to get a religion nice and quickly, but it looks like someone else is going to beat us to it regardless of what we do. Reeds and marshes is pointless. I'm going to be getting rid of all marshes. Goddess of the hunt is okay. Food and production from camps, yeah. Culture from pastures though, or god of craftsmen for production and faith from strategics. Both of those are quite handy. Somebody has gone for the settler, builder, tundra, and breathtaking pantheons. All of those are gone. I might try and work these horses and other strategics to my advantage, go for pastures, that sort of thing. We've got ourselves a source of cattle. How's the sheep? Yeah, cattle over there. Not many sheep, to be fair. Yeah, I'm going to go God of Craftsman. Double up on my Australia pasture ability. It's probably worth going culture, but I think an extra faith from production, that's the sort of thing that will double up quite quickly for me, so we'll take it. Oh, interesting. There is no way through to Laventa, and that is a +5 campus, which is actually, of course, +8 for Australia, or a holy site, but wow, that's big. In fact, actually, what I could end up doing, well, how's the appeal on that tile? It's pretty good. I could end up doing a whole thing of using that geothermal fissure, making that into a holy site, and then putting that into a campus, which would then be breathtaking. I would give us 2 +8s. Yeah, okay, that's pretty good. We're doing okay. This is not a bad little setup for us here. What's in the tribal village? A new pop in Sydney. I would have preferred that to go to Canberra, but never mind. What I will do is do I buy the tile of Pantanal, or do I buy myself a monument and then get the tile naturally from growth? Because ultimately it would give me a huge boost to culture, and then it would another boost of culture when the Pantanal grows from there. I was saving my gold for a settler, but I could just build one from Canberra, I guess. Fine, I'll go monument. We don't have many turns left before the end of the era, and I'm thinking, I don't know if we're going to get a golden age. Might be quite tricky, but an envoy into Jerusalem helps. That's suddenly another 2 era score. Beautiful. We have another village over there. That'll take me to 18. I have the time to move Armani once more. Where am I likely to get influence with over anywhere else? Fez would give me more of a chance of discovering other people. We'll try it. Am I likely to pick up an envoy from somewhere else though? No, unlikely. So the only place that I might get is Laventa for a trade route, but there's no easy access. Okay, fine. Fez will just have to do. Maybe I'll get an envoy from a tribal village. It's a small outside chance, but it's there. Now, unfortunately, Brazil and somebody else and America are all going for profits pretty heavily. No one's gone for a religion just yet, but if I would like my favorite, feed the world, you know I do, I might have to put some serious resources into rushing this now. I'm going to have to do holy site prayers. It'll take 7 turns to do it. Brazil is likely... Oh, no, there's no point. Might just have to accept the fact that I'm going to not get the first religion here today. Let's instead get a builder. We'll pick up some economy by getting tea, tobacco, selling it. I think that's probably the best thing we can do. Craftsmanship, we'll get a couple of turns of that, and we'll see if we can go over to that barb camp in time to destroy it before the end of the age. You never know. Brazil have really formed an effective barrier to stop me from scouting this entire area. Why? Go on, clutch envoy. Do it. Void singers and some faith. Okay, It's not what I wanted, but it'll do. Oh, we're 5 turns away from the end of the era, and there doesn't seem to be any obvious ways of me getting era score right now. We're not meeting anybody. Brazil is proving very difficult to get through. Don't really have enough science or culture to be pushing through anything. Getting a boat may be tricky. I'm doing my best to move my units over to go and beat this barb camp. That would be at least a few points. Not many, but a few. I guess a normal age wouldn't be the end of the world. Annoying, but not the end of the world. Well, there's sailing. There's a lot of the easy early game techs now unlocked. I'll unlock Temple of Artemis. The reason I haven't really talked about wonders is that I just don't have a lot of production. It's often the way with an Australian start. Not a huge amount of it. I've been reluctant to commit to anything like a good Colosseum or a Temple of Artemis. Anything along those lines. It's just not really doing it for me at the moment. 2 turns. We're not going to have enough time, unfortunately, to defeat this barb camp. That's a shame. Okay, well, at least the era score will go into the next era. Now we know that. It's okay. Oh, that's a barb archer. Don't ask what's going on over here. Just leave Brazil to it. Oh, don't kill my archer. I am an innocent party in all of this, I'll have you know. And my first builder is finally finished. Excellent. Okay, we can get some luxuries in now. What sort of game am I going to play? We're just about to finish the ancient era, and I haven't really thought about victory conditions at all. What I can see is that America has gone for scientists, but nobody else really has at the moment. Brazil would make a culture victory difficult, but they could be taken on. Nobody's gone for theatre squares at the moment. Nobody's gone for merchants, generals, admirals, engineers. A lot of this early game stuff is still up for grabs. Once I pick up this city, I'll get some wine, access to some turtles. That'll be another 2 luxuries I can pick up. It'll suit me nicely. I think we do have to go for an early game campus rush, don't we? When you've got +5 campuses, it makes too much sense. As much as theatre squares would be lovely. Let's go for 1 more settler, and we'll go for a 3 city start. It's, again, I probably wouldn't be settling this much or this little. I mean, it's a weird start, but I want to make sure I have advantage. I utilize all the lands I can. Australia is often a little bit of a slow start, but don't worry, late game. Late game is where we'll all come into this with all of our bonuses firing off. Catholicism, there's work ethic, and Taoism has been earned with Feed the World. So 2 religions are already gone. 2 remain, and it's 3 of us going for one of the religions. So the question is going to be whether or not I want to adopt somebody else's religion. Work ethic would be really good for me. Work ethic would be really good for me. So I might just steal Brazil's religion, go holy sites, but not bother to make my own. It's mad enough. It's just so mad that it might just work. And sell some tea for some gold now. Excellent. I'm going to save up the gold to buy the next settler. Let's go for 3 inquiry, because getting Eurekas is way easier than a lot of other stuff. And let's disperse this clan for masonry boost. I can change off God King now. Finally. That's quite useful. Builders or urban planning? Let's go urban planning. Extra production is really handy when you have almost none, and discipline is handy when the barbs are everywhere. Tell you what, this archer is everywhere. It's moving up and down the line just so that it can keep shooting my scout. Okay, we've got away with that, but I swear to you, Brazil is not a nice place to be if you're a scout. Tobacco, done. Sell it to the AI 14 gold. There we go. That's a better deal, and we're going to immediately pick up Sydney and get you to buy me a settler. Canberra's still building one. It'll take its time. That's okay. And again, settle up to the north. I was thinking, I know, careful, if I don't settle on the wine instead of settle here, what I can do is later on look to canal. Yes, I know, a canal. Oh, it's beautiful. That would hook up Sydney to the sea, which wouldn't be too bad an idea, would it? Yeah, I quite like that. So why have you just got 2 settlers wandering around? You've already got 3 cities. Don't be silly. Can I have one? Can I share? I'll be lovely. I'll be really appreciative of that. Void Singers, Hours of Never. What do I want to play with Australia? If I'm going to be going work ethic, and with Jerusalem and Levanta both here, I think Void Singers might be the play. Turn Brazil's religion into a ton of science. And I can also buy all of their great works as they produce them. Quite like that as an idea, you know? Void Singers? Let's do it. Let's just go Void Singers. Why not? You may be asking, why am I not putting a holy site there? Well, it's because I can actually reach and put a holy site there as well. I could preserve. That is the other option. Do you like preserved Pantanal? Oh, the yields would be amazing, but I think with work ethic, it's decided that I'm going to be going for epic holy sites. Babylon, Hammurabi. I'd say it's an honor to meet you, but it's often not. I have the Sahara. You've settled right on top of that, have you? Cheeky. Oh my lord, this is such a typical Babylon start. I'm on 8 techs. Pedro is on 11. America is on 15. And let's just keep in mind that America is the only person going for scientists at the moment. Babylon is on 34 tech. Yep. Don't ask. Just don't ask about it. It's fine. Oh, they've got Feed the World as well. You know what? If Babylon spread Feed the World to me, I wouldn't complain. I would be fine with that. Early Empire has been boosted. Got military tradition at the same time. I need this settler finished as soon as possible. So colonization population. In you pop. Thank you. Shaves 3 turns off that. Excellent. And city number 3 is settled. It's a Ballarat. Sounds delicious. What governor now? Pingala. It's got to be Pingala. We'll just pop you into the capital, try and get a little bit of yield of some kind. The AI is already yielding all over me. Classical Republic. I feel like Lincoln would like me more if I was a Classical Republic. Everyone else has gone Classical Republic as well, so it's a good sign. Oh yes, a +7 campus. It's going to take 119 turns to finish. Sometimes you have to make ambitious plans. We have another source of luxury. It's wine. I can sell it for decent amounts of gold. Gold is by far the most useful resource for me at the moment. Oh, I can finally sell my diplo favor as well. Yay! More gold per turn. Bronze working. How much iron have I discovered and how much does that ruin my plans? There's some in the middle of my territory. Other than that, I think we're okay. Unbelievably. Pingala is established. The woods have been cut out. And annoyingly, that's just knocked enough population off my capital so I can't build the campus that I've been waiting to build. Never mind. Let's just pop down. Oh God, obelisk or granary. I want my capital to grow as much as God obelisk could be fun. Let's go for a granary quickly. Political philosophy. Let's go Classical Republic immediately. And do I want a religion? I think I'm just going to piggyback off somebody else's. I don't mind if I'm not the one to get the religion, so I'm not going to bother putting the religion card in. Instead, we'll go colonization. I'll get that out now. We've got urban planning, builders, charismatic leader, diplomatic league. I need envoys and I need them fast. We'll unlock theatre squares. There's 2 sorts of horse, which will unlock very nicely. Yes, I know you like me. I know you do. We're going to settle the wine city and then we will culture bomb from one horse to the other. It's going to be spectacular. Oh no, my scout was healing. This archer, it moved all the way from Brazil just to come kill me. That archer had a particular, very aggressive grudge towards me. Only me. What? I don't know what was going on there, but I'm just going to look at it and say, I hope you got everything you wanted out of that. I hope it was worth it for you. I really do. Here's some wine. Buy a tile for 75 gold. Immediately we will culture bomb like bam. Look at that. Yes, and that's a really good tile to be working immediately. And then we're just going to swap that tile over and I'll do another culture bomb in a second. And huzzah! That's a better tile in Canberra. Oh yeah, finally we've got some tiles that they can work. Selling my wine. We'll sell our source of horse in a little bit as well. It looks like we've got 3 sources of turtle to include in my lands. Nice. Oh no, of course. Yep, that's bad news. There's a galley there. You knew that, Ursa. He was staring at you before. Here's my own galley. And I can finally start buying luxuries from the AI. It's just 1 source of silver, but for me, it's beautiful. We have horseback riding and we seem to have gone into the classical era because of it. Don't ask questions, just accept. Here's fishing boats. Here is a source of turtly goodness. And again, we're going to just keep selling this. Our gold economy, beautiful. It's fruitful. It's delicious. Our entire economy off the back of turtles, seemingly. Look at that. We're just working all of the Pantanal tiles. This is making me massively want to preserve. It really is. I cannot tell you, the instinct here is huge to make preserves. I could make decent holy sites without needing to do this, but I mean, it's just tempting. But no, hold the course. Oh, the galleys are everywhere. There are more galleys than I thought there would be. Okay, retreat. This fishing boat may be destroyed, but that is a sacrifice we are willing to make. In the meantime, dig up more wine, all of these luxuries. We must prioritize them. We're getting all of our campuses down simultaneously now. Look at this. 4 being built all at the same time. Oh no, there were 3 galleys. I apologize. I underestimated the galleys by 1. Yet again. Okay, I'm going to need to fight my way out of this one again. Discipline will do nicely. Barbs are breaking my city down, which is disappointing, seeing as I actually have a unit here protecting me. Make a second galley and see if we can make an interception. Might be able to distract them as well by leaving a builder here just out of reach. Come on, come and get it. Yep, okay, it worked. We lured one of the units out. Now this galley can intercept there. This galley can intercept on that one. There we go, look at that. That's looking a bit better already. I don't know how we're going to get that builder back, but we won't worry about that. Again, we're into sacrifice. We're willing to make territory here. That was totally fine. Oh, that's Feed the World. Feed the World is on its way to me. Plus, we've got a source of iron in my capital, which gives me wheel iron working boosts, which is 2 era score, but also another production and faith because of my pantheon. Delicious. Delicious stuff. Oh my goodness. All those horses for 19 gold per turn for Brazil. Yes, you can have my horses any day of the week. I'm just buying old god obelisks in all my cities as well. Seeing as I've got all of this gold, I'm kind of sticking on a 4 city setup just for now, until I really want to push out and spread around the world, which I don't at the moment. I think 4 cities it gives me the best ratio of benefit. Now, there's another T for my capital, which to be honest is just something to sell. Yeah, another 15 gold per turn. You see, it's worth it. Why have you changed to oligarchy? You're the one changing your government and then getting annoyed at me because I'm not your government. Sort it out, Lincoln. I feel like there are me problems and there are you problems, and that is the latter. Babylon is still on 35 techs. It looks like they had an absolute jump, and then it just sat from there. I have got Deity++ with a certain mode where every era, as the game jumps into the medieval era, the AI will get about 6 eurekas, so I think Babylon is going to be getting a lot of tech in this. Thinking about it, maybe that's not so good. We'll worry about that later. Canberra has Feed the World. It wasn't Brazil who brought Catholicism over. It was Feed the World that was brought over, and honestly, I like that because my capital now has +3 food. Oh yes. Especially when I get construction very soon as well. It's going to be a nice combination of things. We're going to boost and boost and boost. I've got 9 turns left and I've got to get 12 era score though. I'm not entirely sure how that's possible. I guess that helps. 3 era score from finishing the first beautiful campus. It is a +5. Oh, I'm pretty sure it's not even the best we're going to get this game. Well, yeah, no, I'm building a +7. I've forgotten about that completely. Well, one thing I can do is just start really pushing the science. I need to catch back up in the game. So we're going to immediately buy a library, which gives me, of course, era score. Yes, this is likely to be the way we're going to get the most era score, isn't it? Okay, ancient walls, that is a eureka. Let's get a trader. That will give me the boost to currency. That's also worth a bunch of gold. And by gold, I do, of course, mean era score. I know what I mean. So there's wheel. That's nice. And we've actually get an envoy with Caguana as well, which is nice. So 7 era score to get now in 6 turns. We're going to pick up the ancient walls upgrade. Still haven't got 3 mines. And finally, a very special shout out goes to Glorious Petra, Matthew Wilkinson, Paul Coffey, Portland, Clint Hennis, Scott Stratton, Major King Kong, Skeptical Bear, Cinnamon Beard, Petra Ryan, Rom88, Radiatore, Private Selection, Genoa Salami, Boyzoro, Callum Billy, Garrett Gowan, Polar Beret, El Truant, Creston, RB Hedged, Mushkin Mandletort, Esri Dax, Deeble Time, Burial, I'm Daft, Gooberman, Dr. Bobby, Polar Wallabear, Mixomatosis, NTG Golfman, Victor McPupster, Indigenous 68, Technology Poet, Teddy Zersa, Zaf. Thank you everyone for your support. See you all in the next video. Goodbye!